Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm coming to you guys with a purple Valentine's nail design. I've got two purple shades today. I've got Vanilla Sky and Office Gossip. The Office Gossip is the darker shade and Vanilla Sky is the lighter one. So if you don't have these in your collection, then just pick out two different shades of purple. You want one to be darker than the other and you're good to go. I also have this stunning purple glitter. I'm really using up my glitters this Valentine's, which is so exciting. I have a whole massive drawer full of glitters, and as much as they look very beautiful in there, it is a little bit rare that I actually use them, so it's quite nice to start incorporating them this year into Valentine's designs. And overall, I feel like this Valentine's compared to the last, I am full of ideas, inspiration. I've got so much lined up, guys, especially now coming up maybe next week. I've got so many really nice designs. At least I absolutely love them myself, and I just can't wait to share them with you guys. But today we are doing a purple nail design, and it's going to be a rose nail design with some blooming gel that we're going to use later on. So for our base colors, you want to have 3 nails that are the lighter purple and then you want 2 nails that are going to be ombreed into one another, so the 2 purple shades that we've got going on. And I decided for the ombre to flip it around, so one nail has the light purple shade at the top and then the dark at the bottom, and then the other nail is going to have the darker shade at the top and then the lighter shade at the bottom. So we're going to flip it around. I'm using a technique on the 2 ombre nails that I actually used last year, and I completely forgot how beautiful it made the nails look. So I will show you guys in a moment what I'm talking about. I hope you guys like them too. I just feel like they're so cute, effective, and so simple to do. So if you're working on clients and you kind of wanted to do something beautiful and cute but you don't have time, this is literally it. Definitely get that into your books. So once I'm happy, I'll pop it into the lamp and I'll do another layer off camera. So there's the bit. I am going in with a base coat, and this base coat is going to work as a glue, as a way to basically get the glitter on and to make it stay in place. So using my ombre brush, I'm just going to dip into that glitter and I'm going to place it over where the 2 colours meet on the nail. So if you're not very good at your ombres, this technique would be quite nice to cover up any imperfections or anything that you're not too happy with. And you don't want to place too much. You don't want it like proper caked. You still want to see that there is an ombre going on, but it just kind of adds a very nice subtle layer of sparkle, and I just love it. When I was going through my last year's designs just to see what I did to kind of not end up doing the same thing, and also to get inspired again based on my previous work. And when I saw this nail, I was like, oh my goodness, I feel like I did it for the Valentine's period last year and I've never done it again, and it's so beautiful. So let's try it out with purple, and I love it. We're going to do a matte top coat later on, and it's just going to make that glitter stand out, and it's just so cute, and I feel like it'll look absolutely beautiful on some smaller size nails on like real hands. On a real hand, it will just look beautiful. So once you're happy, pop them into the lamp. So of course you want to do it on both of those ombre nails. If you're wanting to get rid of any lumps and bumps, if the glitter's kind of sticking out, just go ahead and do another layer of base coat on top, or builder gel, anything you've got at hand, clear acrylic if you want to. Luckily we're not placing a lot of glitter, so there won't be too much sticking out, so even just one layer of base coat should do it for you. So now onto our purple nails, the lighter ones. You want to place 2 very close to each other, and we're going to do one side of a heart on one nail and then the other side on the other nail. And right now I'm going in with a rhinestone glue gel, and I'm just kind of tracing where I want my heart to be, because that's exactly where we're going to place a bunch of crystals. So we're going to use the crystals to create the hearts, and this method of making a heart on 2 nails is my most favorite because it doesn't cure or stay in place until obviously put it in the lamp, and I'm able to fiddle with it to make the perfect heart shape. So when you're trying to do it with just gel polish and just outline it, if you get anything wrong, if your line is wobbly, you need to wipe and reapply, and it's just a bit long and fiddly and messy. And doing it with crystals, you just place it down, and if there's a little side that's maybe not as angled as you want it to be, or just kind of not what you were envisioning, you can just move the crystals, and yeah, you don't really make a mess. There's no wiping involved. Like, it's just it's beautiful, and it was working perfectly well for what we're going to do today. So in a moment like now, I'm just moving those crystals because I felt like, what was it? I think, I didn't know if I wanted that extra crystal at the bottom, but I ended up removing it. There's that one side, and then we're going to do the other. So you don't want to place it into the lamp yet, not until you've got both done and ready to go, because you want to place them next to each other, and then you still got that very last chance to fiddle with the crystals, move them about to how you want them, so that you've got that perfect heart when you place the two nails together, basically. And I am using my McArthur Instant Glue Gel to glue the rhinestones on, and I'm using AB crystals, and I've gone ahead and used one size today for the heart. If you wanted to be a little bit more adventurous or add an extra little bit of like jewelry, I guess, to your nail, you could add caviar beads in between the crystals, or even change around with sizes and do like a bunch of bigger ones than smaller ones and all sorts like that if you wanted to jazz it up even more than I have today. So they are now cured, and we are going in with Bloolming gel now. So my Bloolming gel is from Nail Nails, and I am using that darker shade of purple to do our roses. So for this full light purple nail, I am doing 2 roses, one at the top, one at the bottom. I am in no shape or form the expert in roses. I kind of just dab my brush into the gel polish, do a swipe, and I'm hoping for the best. And it doesn't like the worst. I feel like it does do what I want it to do, but I feel like there's so many better experienced nail techs out there that just get those roses so beautifully perfect, and I just don't know how they do it. Maybe because I just don't do these roses enough to actually practice enough to get them right, but I'm happy with how they've came out. And once you do the top one, you want to do a tiny one at the bottom. And whilst you're working on the bottom one, the top one is going to be blooming. That Bloolming gel is going to be working and moving about the gel polish to make it look like a beautiful, beautiful rose. Even though it looks like one now, it's going to look better. Basically, the longer you leave it, the more it's going to bloom. So definitely keep an eye out for it, because there has been a time where I've left it and it bloomed way into each other, and it was just a mess. And then you kind of want to leave a gap between the 2 roses. So right there in the middle, you want to leave it because we're going to place some crystals later on. You don't want those roses to get into each other. So I've left it right now. And in a moment when I do end up popping into the lamp, I noticed that we were almost touching. So I almost did leave it for a little bit too long. I'm going in with that same Bloolming gel again, and I'm only placing it in the inner part of the heart. And I am going to do a full rose in both pieces of hearts, basically the inner parts, and it's going to be one big heart. So there isn't any one big, one small. It's just one big one in each heart. If you wanted to, you could continue and do that like 2 rose thing going on in there, but I went in for 1. And I'm going to do the exact same method. I'm going to start in the middle, and I'm trying to do a small little half circles, and then of course the further away you're getting, the larger of more gel polish you want to use, and you want those lines to be thicker and longer and all that shebang. So I'm going to do that now there too. I believe I leave footage possibly of the other one too, but I thought since I don't really do a lot of these kind of roses on my channel, it might be good to leave as much footage as I can in, just because I just didn't do a lot of it, so it might be nice to show you guys the full process of how I do it and not just kind of keep it short and sweet. So again, I'm going in again, and also this also proves that you don't have to be crazy skilled as long as you've just got Bloolming gel and a nail brush. Just do some swipes and you've got yourself some beautiful designs, and they will look so cool on a client as well. Oh, beautiful. And if you end up recreating any of my designs, make sure to tag me because I absolutely love seeing your designs. And yeah, I mostly really do TikTok and YouTube. I don't really go on Instagram too often, which I probably should, but still tag me if it's on Instagram. Eventually I'll get to it eventually, and I'll comment and I'll like them. So here are our rose nails. They look really, really cute already. So you want to pop them into the lamp once you're happy with how they've bloomed. Now I'm going in with some crystals in the middle where those 2 roses are. So I'm only placing 3 AB crystals, 1 larger one and then 1 smaller one on each side of that crystal. And then the rest of that line that we've got with the rhinestones glue gel, I'm going to complete with caviar beads, which I've got on the left hand side of the video. Don't know if you saw that, but that crystal just fell into my little pot of rhinestones glue gel. That was painful to get out. So I'm going to place that in there. Perfect. And then we're going to complete this design with some caviar beads. And then once that's done, it's time to top coat these beauties. So we'll get to that part in a second. I am using the same brush as I do to pick up the rhinestone glue gel to pick up the caviar beads. It's sticky and it just works. I've tried all sorts. I've tried to use my wax pen. I've tried to do all sorts of different things. And I just find that this is the most easiest way, and it comes off really nicely onto the nail too. It doesn't really get stuck onto the brush, and it's just all round a good time. And then once you've got your caviar beads down, I use my little tool here, a cuticle tool, to get my caviar beads as straight as I want them to be. And now they've gone into the lamp, so now it's time to apply our top coat. And I am using a matte top coat today. I'm using a Macut one. It's not the best, but unfortunately it's what I've got currently in my drawers, so I'm trying to use it up. But yeah, I'm not a big fan. I would highly recommend the Madame Glam one, or also the Nail Nails is amazing too. So depending where you are, if you're in America and that kind of side of the world, Madame Glam is probably your best shot. If you're in the UK, it's probably Nail Nails, the UK base. They will be with you within a couple, literally like 2 days, 3 days. Shipping isn't expensive either, and of course if you're buying from abroad, shipping always seems to really hit you hard. So those are the best places I would personally recommend to get your top coat. And also Nail Nails does quite a lot of like weekly picks, and you can literally grab yourself a top coat on one of their weekly picks, but you just have to keep checking their website, so which is dangerous because you might end up buying more products than you thought you would. Basically me. So I'm just going to finish off these nails. I'll pop them into the lamp for about 60 seconds, and then I'll show you guys the final result any second now. They will be matte, so they will look a lot different than they do now. They're very stunning now, glossy, so if you prefer to skip the matte top coat, then absolutely. I just thought that making them matte would really make the darker gel polish in the background stand out better. But yeah, personal preference. So here are the final results. I hope you guys liked them. I absolutely love them. I'm so happy with them, and you can literally switch out the colors and really customize it to what kind of you want, and it would look just as beautiful. So I hope you guys liked the video. If you did, please don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and I would love to see you all in my next video. Bye guys.